Good evening from South Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, no question, there's one direction this Sixers team is going. It's taken a lot of trust and no question, a lot of patience.
Ed, I hear what you're saying, and the Sixers are on the up and up. But let's remember who built the foundation. Sam Hinkie deserves a lot more credit. I know this new management has taken them to new heights, but it all started with Mr. Hinkie.
Well, the fans in Philadelphia are reaping the rewards right now. The Rockets begin the game with the basketball. Westbrook to Harden. Josh Richardson, huge block. Rockets recover. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. Tucker. Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Richardson defended by Tucker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Westbrook to P.J. Tucker. Deep left corner. Westbrook to P.J. Tucker. It's Westbrook. Can't connect. To Tobias Harris. To Richardson. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second and 3. Got it. And he hits all 3 free throws. Here's Harden with the rock. To Westbrook. They work it to Capella. Down low. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Screen coming. Harden to Covington. Westbrook to Harden. Doesn't get the bounce.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Westbrook to Harden. Has a look. James Harden missed his first. That one goes. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Joel Embiid tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Westbrook out of bounds. Last touch by Russell Westbrook. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Simmons with it. His team up by 7. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Houston takes over. Westbrook takes stock of the floor. To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Simmons to Richardson. To Simmons. Tyson Chandler with a piece. Josh Richardson.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We're through 1 at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I return to Philadelphia after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
To Richardson. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Rockets have the ball. To the basket goes Rivers, but his shot stays out.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Austin Rivers to Harden. Trying to cash in. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Here comes the screen. Harden. Down low, Capella. Ah, the monster stuff.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Number 13.
Trey Burke picked up by Rivers. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. The follow won't go either. Gordon with it. 5-point game. Austin Rivers. They work it down to Gordon. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Richardson. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Harden in possession. Down a point. Ben Simmons rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Tucker to Harden. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Shot clock violation. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. And now Houston has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Over to the right side. Tucker. Nene with the dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Simmons with it. Leads 1. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. The follow won't go either. James Harden swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To P.J. Tucker. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
This game is all about playing.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 15, Clint Capella.
Harden.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Cleared out by Embiid. Simmons into the front court. Leads 3. Capella. Count the bucket for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
A pass taken away by the Rockets. To Harden. Tucker gets it down to Capella and throws it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. They'll let one fly from half court. That's it for the first half. The 76ers have the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Rockets aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Blocks.
Let's get to the point. We all know that first half of basketball was all about the block shots. Plays like that are all about timing and effort, as you can see in these highlights. There's some great athleticism being shown off as well.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Sixers control it.
Stance is coming. Can you stance?
Clint Capella pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head him.
Clint Capella sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. The follow won't go either. Another follow, no good. Westbrook into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, 3rd quarter. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys now trailing by a point. and draws the foul.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First one, count it.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man.
And gets both to drop at the line. Harden into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Westbrook to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Into the front court comes Smith. He'll run the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Rockets ball. Westbrook to P.J. Tucker. To Harden. The drive right to the basket. Deep left corner. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. Capella down low. Smith now into the front court. Up by 3. And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 6 now.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Clint Capella with the block. From the painted area, won't go down.
Here's the beautiful thing about having a bad game. As long as it says W in the win column after the game is over, then nothing else really matters. You've done your job.
Count the basket.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
He was hacked. They let it go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Sixers have the basketball. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Westbrook into the front court. Down by 1. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Glenn Robinson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. It's Russ at the controls. Oh, Russell Westbrook. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. 4-3. And he knocks it down, Jay.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Nothing going here on that drive. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. It's the Sixers out in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Clint Capella. He's now 4 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Tough make through traffic.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Tucker to Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
It goes down.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
James Harden at the controls.
Screen on your right.
To Covington. Here comes the screen. Harden to Westbrook. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Westbrook with the basketball. His group now down 2. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. James Harden fires for 2, knocks it down from mid-range.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
be submitted on our team website.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Into the game for Houston, number 25, Austin Rivers.
James Harden, 4 out of 7.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
PJ Tucker sends it away. Fourth this contest.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Robert Covington at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. Rivers into the front court. Lead is 2. Robert Covington with the strong finish.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Philadelphia with the basketball. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Westbrook to Harden. From long range. Not that time. Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. To Horford. Here's a chance from long range. Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot 3.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Harden to Capella. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Clint Capella at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 48% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Simmons to Horford. For 3. Off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harden in possession. Leads a bucket. Sixers have it. Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Short jumper off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Sixers call for time. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Richardson can't go down. Smothering defense. Russ at the controls. Well, can't do that.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got the win in a close game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.